Let's call the meeting to order at 6:34. I'd like to welcome everyone here who is here in person tonight for our first in-person meeting since March, and also those folks that are here via Zoom that is allowed as a result of the executive order by the governor. First item on the, let's call the meeting to order at 6:34. And let's move right on to the agenda. The first item is to approve the minutes from the regular meeting held on September 22nd. All right, all those in favor? Okay, next is to appoint, next item is an appointment, the Assistant Animal Control Officer, Scott McCoy. From the beginning of the hiring of our new animal control officer, Caitlin Sakura, it was apparent that we were going to need an assistant to help out with that position. Scott is really just going to cover the weekends when Kristen is not, when Caitlin is not available, and also, if she gets a sick day or something like that. She's really been doing yeoman's work lately, and it seems to be my mantra lately, but she's been working hard, and this will come in handy. We had budgeted for this position beforehand, so it's not going to cost us anything additional outside of our budget. They're going to share the vehicle, so there should be no expense there. He is with the animal control officers. We need to appoint him, and it's for a 1-year appointment. So every year we're going to have to reappoint him. He has got 1 year to finish the certification that's required, and he needs to start that sometime, as soon as they begin the classes. So
the appointments running in the same deadlines starting December, or
no, my understanding of this is it starts tonight and runs through. So
motion to appoint Assistant Animal Control Officer Scott McCoy for 1 year appointment starting.
All right, all those. Just by the way, I did have a good long meeting with him. All three Selectmen interviewed him. First Selectman interviewed him. Caitlin interviewed him. He came highly recommended from some other police officers. He has a good background, so he's going to be fun. All those in favor? Okay. Next item is appointment for the Zoning Board of Appeals. We had one person. We actually have had vacancies on that commission for a while. We just had one of our alternate members passed away recently after many years as an alternate, and Robert Santaniello has volunteered to come forward and sit as an alternate member on that commission. That is going to be with a term to expire December 1st, 2022. This commission meets very, very rarely. They don't meet monthly because they don't have items for the agenda monthly. They meet at monthly. They have a specific date when they meet, but they've only met twice last year. So no. So if we have a motion, that'd be great. Okay. All those in favor? Next item on the agenda is the appointment for the Housing Authority. We received a note from Joanne that there has been a vacancy. They had been the Housing Authority had been searching for someone to fill the role, and they found and interviewed Stephanie Cole. I have a letter from Joanne. I have a letter from the chairman of the commission. I can't remember her name right now. Oh, wait, I had that letter right here. Lisa Berube, as well as one of the other members of the commission, had an interview with her, Tom Metcalf. She comes recommended from all those folks, and I'm happy to appoint her on that. I think she'll do a good job.
Motion to appoint Stephanie Cole to Housing Authority, term to expire 2/1/2023.
Okay, that's Dwayne. All those in favor?
Just one thing, I know we've talked about this in the past. I think it's on our website. When there are more appointments or more vacancies, I know we should tell it on TV also.
Yep.
And let, so if we have openings, just to get the word out there, Board of Education, or whatever it may be, just to get it out there a little bit more besides if someone's not looking on the website, if someone hears it, something different.
That's a great idea.
Just to get more people.
For our next selectmen's meeting, I'll put that list together and we can do that. Jane Samuels just arrived. Okay. Thanks, Dwayne. That's a good idea. Next item on the agenda is the appointments of constables. Both of our recent hires, Benjamin Paul DeFrosta and Christopher Reed. This is going to be something we need to appoint these guys now, and then we'll have to reappoint them again on December 1st. Okay. These guys are already working here. This is just gives them a couple of other duties that may not be covered under regular police duties as constables. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, thanks. Audience of citizens, I think, I just wanted to try to explain a little bit about our town meeting for the audience and for the folks that might be concerned about having a town meeting. We have appointments to make, some of which have been waiting for quite a long time, a few months, more than a few months. But those are really the minor section of this. I think we have two actions that we need to take that have financial ramifications, and that's what why we're here having this meeting tonight. I really don't want to, unless we absolutely have to make things like that through executive order. The first of which we'll hear about in a minute, or when the meeting starts, is Hoople Hill Road. That subdivision was approved a few years ago. They've done the construction up there that was required as far as the extension of the road. There's an additional 400 or so feet of road, and also they widened the right of way. So they're transferring some land. This meeting is to transfer some land from the Hoople property owners to the town for the town right of way. The town needs to accept that in order for us to be able to release the bond to the developer and all that kind of stuff. That they've completed all their work to the satisfaction of the town engineers and the town attorneys.
This is just the extension that was added.
Just the extension. The whole road was already ours. We've widened the right of way from about 30 feet or 35 feet to 50 feet. So now that portion of the road does conform with all of the normal standards for any new roads. We did not widen the pavement. We did clean up the pavement where it looked like it was a 9-foot road. It's really an 18-foot road. We cleaned that up, repaved it. We are actually going to be up there. So if they haven't been there already, they'll be there this week to put the finish coat on that, and then that'll be done. But that's the first item that we have to take care of. And the second one is even a little bit more important. We need to move some money around. The Board of Finance has looked at this and made the recommendation that we move some money around to enable the town to continue to pay for the folks that are now CHA, who are now populating the zoning enforcement office. Those folks are, they are more expensive than we paid with Kathy, but they do a little bit more, and they are people that I think that we need, that everyone has agreed that we need. We've all talked about this. It's an increase in the budget. We have to do that in order to keep them here. In fact, this is timed really such that we have to do it now in order to keep them here. The office will be empty until we either find somebody else or come up with some budget money. So that's the reason for the town meeting tonight. And the best way to do that is in person. It's the only way that I'm aware of that we can actually vote and have the public vote and participate. So that's really why we're doing that.
With all that being said, are we going to continue our selectmen's meeting like this tonight, or are we going to go back to Zoom?
I think, I think we have to kind of play that by ear. I do think that the hybrid method of meeting is that more and more towns are doing it this way. I think it's a good way to try to get ourselves back to as close to a normal operation as we can. Yeah. Well, that's, we'll do whatever we have to do. I think so. It is certainly is by me. It's Zoom has made this possible for us to continue operating, but it is not the best way to operate. There are some positive things though, at allowing people to participate that might not be able to come to the meeting. So that's that from me. Looks like we have a comment from Lori Garrett. Lori, let's unmute you. There we go.
Jim and Dwayne, you've got to speak up just a little bit or more directly at the mic. Dwayne, you're a little bit too garbled off to the side, on and off to the side, so I'm not sure how we can fix that. I know what was being said. I don't have a problem with anything that's going on so far, but for the full public meeting, they're going to have to speak more directly to the speaker.
Into the microphone. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep. Thanks, Lori. Anyone in the audience have any comments or concerns? Okay. The only other thing I've got is that our paving situation is pretty close to wrapped up. I think all that's left is Hoopole Hill Road and Fox Run for this season. Kelsey, yes, they started that last week, and we're not able to complete it, so they're going to be back this week. Well, they were supposed to be here today, but yeah. So we'll get that and the two parks as well. So we'll see. If there's nothing else and no one else has any comments, we'll take a motion to adjourn. All right, all those in favor? What time is it? 6:47. Thank you.